What's going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the #1 referee interrogation show in the arm wrestling world that you've ever seen. My name is the Aussie arm wrestler, Jake Ward. I'll be your host of the evening, and I've brought in my very good friend, world master, superstar, ridiculous, been at every single event in the world, referee, including the past 10 weekends. He hasn't stopped. I'm talking about my man, Tim Tallmadge from Arm Sports Entertainment. It's very cold here in the studio, but Timmy, I got my Arm Sports Entertainment shirt on as well. They are silk. Make sure you get yourself some Arm Sport Entertainment merch. It's very comfortable. It's very comfortable in them there. Tim, mate, before we get into this fun, thank you for joining about this Ask a Ref Anything. Now, just for everyone playing at home, we can ask a ref anything. I'll do my best for Tim to answer everything, but let's just have a bit of fun with it. Let's not start trolling the man. Tim, you have been one of, if not the busiest referees in the last 3 or 4 months. Give everyone a breakdown of what you've been bloody doing.
Oh, man, a little bit of everything, really. This past 3-4 weeks, a lot of the World Series of Arm Wrestling qualifiers for Greg Sharp, gearing up for the finals in November. So we did all those. Went to Florida, ref the tournament on a Friday and ref the pay-per-view on Saturday. Always a good time, of course. Just a little bit of everything. Kind of now I say slow down, but we know that's never true. But trying to slow down and just be a little bit more picky after my contracted stuff on what I do going forward.
Yeah. Now, give everyone a bit of an update. This baffles me, right? This baffles me because you've been working with the World Series of Arm Wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. And you're running tournaments and you got the finals happening in November 2nd, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, why on earth aren't they the most stacked tournament in the United States? Because you get to be, the chance to be on TV. Because Series 1 was just on a streaming service.
Yeah. It's mind-boggling. I mean, there's no organization right now in North America that's paying that much money. I mean, I think over the whole year, it's like over 85,000 in prizes and awards. I mean, it's crazy. I think the finals for first for left and right hand is $2,500 a piece. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how we don't have just the most stacked classes there is. I don't know. It's crazy.
But it's funny because, like, we all want arm wrestling to go mainstream. So Greg Sharp is the only one at the moment on a streaming platform. It's Tubi, is that right?
Yeah.
I used to have that app to watch Game of Arms.
Yeah.
But then I didn't have my I don't have my thing anymore. I can't even remember what it's called.
The Roku thingy or whatever.
You know how like I can pretend I'm from anywhere in the world?
The VPN number.
VPN. I can't I don't know why. I was absolutely baffled. But
I just got one of those, so when I go international, I can actually watch my television when I'm at home and work.
Yeah, because I remember when we were at King of the Table, we wanted to watch some NFL, and we couldn't.
Yeah, no.
Because you didn't have the VPN. Anyway, well, let's say hi to some people, and we'll pretend Tim's got the zebra stripes on, and we'll ask him some favourite questions. So if you can, guys, drop your questions. I'll double-check some other platforms to see if any questions were asked. Let's say hi to some people, and then we'll go back to the questions. Benji Mack is in the chat. Same with my man, Joe Nelson. He's hanging around, which is good. GB1978. Yes, Tim. How can people buy Arm Sports Entertainment shirts?
Hit me up on any social media, Facebook, Instagram, anything out there, and we'll get you hooked up and get your size and send it off to you.
Okay, beautiful. Well, our first question with Ask the Referee Anything, while Stizzy and Roy is in the chat, comes from Lucha Pagliacci. He says, Tim, how does it feel knowing you'll always be number 2 to Judy from Poland?
Ah, how do you answer that? I don't know. I've never even met her, so I don't even know. Like, I guess,
I don't think it's got anything to do with reffing, my man. I think it's
yeah.
in the looks department.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look. I mean, she's prettier, right? I mean, it is
Well,
what it is.
well,
Well,
ironically, I'm a
how
Titty
about?
fan, and I mean TT as in Tim Tallmadge.
That's right. I don't know.
So,
We'll take a picture in September, and we'll see what happens.
yeah, looking forward to that because you two. I didn't realize that that you and Judy had never met before.
Nope, never.
There you go. Well, just quickly before we ask the next question, give everyone your qualifications of what because anyone referees at a club level, but
Hmm.
your credentials is what is the word I'm after. What are your credentials?
So, Ultimate Arm Wrestling UAL Master in North America. Nothing technically with WAF because in order to be WAF or IFA, either one of them, you have to test at Worlds. I've never went to Worlds to ref, just never had interest. So it's all North American, advanced senior master certifications.
And how long does that take to become a master?
I mean, I'm over 10 years into it, so I just got mine. I mean, it takes a long time, and there's different people that you can test with, and I believe that I test with the hardest person, and that was Bill Collins. I believe he's one of the hardest person to test with. He takes great pride in himself and his testing and his organization. So I couldn't ask for a better person to get my master's from.
And we'll get to your questions in a minute, guys. I just want to give people a background of top tier elite reffing. So now can people book you and just go, hey, we've got 15 people that would love to become a registered referee. Can you do that and give official accreditation?
So the only thing I can do for that is for Arm Sports Entertainment, because
Okay.
everybody has their own niche, right? So like the
Yep.
UAL, only Bill Collins does UAL, just like I would only do mine. At the end of the day, it's just all the organizations have their own niche. When it comes to like the USAA, where they hold nationals and stuff like that, Simon kind of locked that down, so like we can't even give out those. Leonard and Denise locked down all theirs, and I think the PAL has one. They locked down theirs, so it's just people. When it comes to that, you can only test with the person that it is the organization because they don't
Okay.
release that to anybody else. So, but yeah, I've done some already for Arm Sports Entertainment.
Yeah.
Um, and when it comes to testing for the UAL, I usually go over there and help Bill do testing for other people. So it's nice.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So that's yeah, brilliant. So basically you can. Okay. Let's get to some fun questions. Who's your favorite person to ref, excluding Devil?
My favorite person to ref. Um, Man, that's a hard one. I've refed so many people. Favorite person to ref. Um, Jeez. Hmm. Man, I have no idea. There's so many people. My
And then
favorite
just
person.
like you can name like heaps of them. You could be like, I love this person because he's always funny at the table. I love this person because he just closes his hands and doesn't move. I love this person because he's my friend. Like,
Maybe Hermes. I don't know. There's just
okay,
something about Hermes that he always brings so much passion to the table, and he he does like bitch a little bit, but everybody really does. But he's just so passionate. I don't know. I love his style.
beauty. That's a good one.
I want to.
And so then, obviously, your favourite will have to come the hardest. Now this could be. This isn't. It's Robert Kelly. You and Robert Kelly have a good relationship, so he's not trolling. But this could be language barrier. It could be an ex-girlfriend, and you're like, oh, I'm not reffing her. Like, just something fun like that. Or it just could be someone that just doesn't shut up at the table.
Yeah, I mean, damn, nowadays there's a lot of them, right? But I mean, the hardest people would probably have to be probably a couple of guys in North America, and it's just like the way that they set up. So I'd probably say like two people would come to mind would be like Brent Rackers and Craig Tullier. Some of the hardest people to ref because they're so fast, they're so like energetic, and it's sometimes just really hard to get them to straighten out. I mean, when people are way stronger than you, you can't just sit there and fight. You don't want to just foul everybody out. You want to start the match. So sometimes I think it's just those guys are some of the hardest people to ever ref.
Yeah, beautiful. I love it. GB19 is in there and he says, Tim, what's your favorite event rules?
My favorite, I mean, I'm a traditional guy, just standard WAF. It's to me that's arm wrestling. It's people. There is a bunch of different rules, and it's not that I don't mind all the different rules, but just an I don't know. I'm an old timer when it comes down to it. Just grip and rip, and let the best man win, and normal fouls, and I don't know. I'm just an old school guy. WAF for me.
Okay, there you go. Interesting. I would have thought it's very interesting because those that know Tim, do we call you a party animal? You love to enjoy yourself. Like Tim is I find that answer very intriguing because your reffing is completely different to your personality. You're
Yeah.
very chill. It's always fun. You know, some of my best memories in arm wrestling are because of you. And it's just, yeah, it's fun. Oh, whatever, we're cool. No, we'll do this. Oh, we'll go there. I mean, we've had some really fun days. So then the fact that you love strict WAF rules, to me, was actually intriguing.
Well,
So
I
there you
mean,
go.
when you think about it on a ref standpoint, it's actually easier to call stricter rules than it is, sometimes when you do other events with like running fouls or, you know, other things, sometimes it gets hard to ref that, compared to just two elbow fouls and elbow foul. I mean, a movement's a
Yeah.
foul. It's just, to me, it seems easier. So,
Okay. Probably the most important question you'll ever be asked. Do you fold or scrunch?
fold for sure.
Lucky. We almost had to end the show quite early. And if you're someone that scrunches, best unsubscribe yourself.
Okay.
I can't deal with those psychopaths.
Let me change it up here.
No, you're all right.
I'm getting yelled at.
Oh, okay. People are saying I might have the wrong mic again. This is annoying. No, it says my Logitech's on.
What's wrong?
Oh no, someone said I might have the wrong mic again, but it's it's my usual one. Okay, so I'll go down. We've got a super chat for Improving Astrology, so I'll bounce back and forth. So we'll go to Improving Astrology. He's a dead set legend. He's been a member, I think, since day one. He goes, I'm enthusiastic in my fandom. As such, I've developed paranoia about certain refs being biased. As a ref, does this still happen to you? As in, I've never seen you as a biased ref, in my opinion, but I don't know if I'm biased because you're my friend.
I mean, are you asking if people have accused me of being biased or anything like that? Is that what you're asking?
I'm not too sure.
I mean, it happens all the time. If that's your question, if I'm getting this right, and oh, he's biased. That's your countryman, or that's your friend. I see you hanging out and having a drink with him or dinner with him, so you're gonna let him do whatever he wants. I mean, that will never happen with me. I mean, I don't care who you are. And if you are my friend, you do know I'll be the first to foul you out. I mean, if it's a foul, it's a foul. I don't. At the end of the day, people don't care what I'm doing. They just want to see arm wrestling, and that's what we're there to do. Is just to let people arm wrestle within the rules.
Yeah, I've spent some time with some high quality refs, including yourself, and my guess, Improving Astrology, is a lot of people would be biased from their favorite puller. So when something doesn't go their way of their favorite puller, they tend to blame it on the refs. Refs get it wrong, that's for sure. But yeah, like I've had Bill Collins, I've had Haristo, I've had Oleg, I've had Judy, Paulina, Kevin Wolf, obviously yourself, everyone at Arizona State, even though they fouled me way too many times at Arizona State last year. They're definitely not biased. But thank you very much for proving astrology. What is Tim's favourite match that you've ever refed?
I still probably have to go back to the Dave Chafee Vitali match, man. That just sticks with me forever. That was I've watched it all the time. It was just an epic match.
It's pretty cool to be a part of the greatest arm wrestling match of all time.
Yeah.
It will always be discussed in the top three. I have it as number one, and that's me being biased because I was there. So
right.
Screaming and shouting, and I was in Dave's corner. So thank you, Andy. Phil has asked, has becoming a referee helped you become a better arm wrestler?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely has, because wherever I go, when the event's over, I'm just training with whoever's there. So, I mean, I've had the pleasure to train with a lot of the top guys around the world at many events and just pick their brain and take it all in. When it's all done and you're relaxed and you want to have a good time, a lot of these guys, win or lose, they stick around and after poll and just talk to people, and just being around them. If you can just pick their brain, a lot of them they'll just answer anything you have. And I think that's helped me tremendously over the last 2 years and develop where I'm at now. And I've changed a lot of the way I've arm wrestled for 20 years just off of little tweaks that these guys have given me. So
there you go. There you go. And Cole Gray giving some niceties. Says, in a sport where many refs are hated, everybody loves Tim.
thank you.
That is cool. Now, this one, up to you if you want to answer, mate, but I'll put it out there. Fo the Win says, what are your thoughts on the Ayani Takanaki reffing controversy? When I didn't really see it as controversy, I just saw Petrova pulled to the rules, but that's me.
What was it? I don't even remember.
There you go. So
Yeah,
no point doing it if you can't even remember. Sorry, Fo the Win.
Yeah.
Apologies. The lucky ones is just in there saying, hey, what is going on? I did get one from Reddit. Let me just double check. And once again. What is Tim's opinion of the whole pushing off the table thing that comes up? Like Chance v. Devon and Monster Michael Todd v. Camille.
Yeah, that's a hard one. As a competitor, I'm like, you protect your own elbow. I mean, that's part of the arm wrestling as a competitor. As a referee, I'm again within the rules. I mean, it's looked at as a referee as the person who pushes someone off the back is just trying to get a cheap win or a cheap foul, and it should be a foul on them for pushing them off the back.
There you go. There you go. I've got one, and in all seriousness, have you? Because like I joke around it every time I go to a tournament, but have you ever legitimately been offered a bribe?
Legitimately?
Yeah. I don't want names. I don't. Oh,
No.
you haven't? Well, that's
I mean,
shit.
joke.
Jokingly, yeah.
At least I think they're joking.
Cole Gray's got a good one. He goes, Tim, have you ever had a surreal moment reffing a match and blanked out? I feel like I would blank out 24/7 from being that close to glorious battle.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a high level match. I've done it, and just a normal tournament to where I say on a lower tournament, you're just you're getting ready to go, and like you say the wrong words and they go, and you have to stop and go, yo, that was on me. I said the wrong cadence or something like that. But then, yeah, I mean, there is a couple, like during the Vitali match, you have to, or not the Vitali match. It was Levon and Hermes. As I'm watching the match and I'm watching for the fouls and all this, I caught myself like being a fan watching and had to go, oh shit, and actually watch. Like it was in that moment for like a split second to realize this is such an epic match, but you're also reffing this match. It was so hard. But
that's where it sucks being a referee, because as a commentator, I get lost in the moment. Shit, I said Levan was in a King's move.
Yeah.
Because I was going the early crow and I thought he was going to get there and I lost it. And the beauty as a commentator is I can just sit there and I can go, holy shit! Like, wow! I can say things like that, but you have to be on point.
Yeah, and it's like right when that match, in between rounds or whatever, and you're waiting for them to come back. You're like talking to the other ref, going, "Holy shit, that was an epic round! Like, what the heck?" And you like catch yourself talking about it, but yeah, sometimes that's hard when you get something like that, where it's on the verge of greatness, right? Something that hasn't been done in so many years and was almost done. You're just like almost stargazing. Got to remember you're still in the match, but and on top of it, that match, like, it went so slow, right? Like we were obviously looking for fouls and stuff, but it was one of those where you're just staring because there's not much happening really fast.
Yeah.
So, and nobody was really about to elbow foul or something like that until like the end. So that's what's kind of hard when you're just staring at a long match that there's a lot happening, but there really isn't a lot happening.
Yeah. I'm no mathematician, but if you want an iconic moment in arm wrestling, you book Tim Tallmadge and you book the Aussie arm wrestler together. Because I don't know, Levan Erdmes, Devin Vitale, I don't know. I don't know. Tim, what's your favorite parching drink? So just
drink?
yeah. What's your favorite drink?
Whiskey and Sprite.
There you go. Whiskey. There you go. Lucky. Just get in there and just have a few of those lined up for Tim, and he'll look after you. So a few King's move questions. So do you agree with Devin that the rules around the King moves are only in place to protect the one doing it? Do you agree with him that arm wrestlers should be allowed to let it break if they want?
No, because at the end of the day, that's not protecting yourself. And if you can't protect yourself, you shouldn't be arm wrestling.
There you go. Up to you if you want to answer this one. Up to you, Tim. But have you ever hated someone right after reffing a match?
Never. I mean, you can yell, scream in my face, do whatever you want. At the end of the day, you leave it on the table and you move on to the next one. There's no hard feelings.
Okay, there you go. Red Hot Chili Peppers jumps in. He says, "How satisfying was it to beat Eric Wolf?"
I mean, it was great. Anytime you can get a win on someone when you're down 0-2 in a super match is great. So I'll take it.
I actually like this YouTube name. Will I really have? I like that one. Says, what's the rules on the body below table? Devin versus Tom.
The body below the table. I mean, as long as you're not in a King's move and your elbow is on the pad, that's legal.
Yeah. Well, I think they're talking about King's moving.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not in a neutral or losing position, you're fine.
And it's hard, Will, I really, because how frustrating is it, Tim? My question from me. How frustrating is it? Because UAL, you've been in UAL, East versus West, King of the Table, World Series of Arm Wrestling. You've got your Arm Sports Entertainment. You've been there for Monster Factory. And I know I'm forgetting about 140 other thousand things around the world you've been to. Yeah. How one, is it confusing? Just a different rule set every time you turn up?
I try to, like, when I prepare myself. So, like, again, always looking at rules and just taking it in when I go somewhere, and all the way up until the event starts, of just going back through those rule set, even if you've done it 1,000 times, just knowing their cadence. A lot of them are this cadence, this one's this cadence, this one's this cadence, and this one has 3 rules, or 3 fouls, this one has 2, and running fouls and false starts are fouls, and false starts a warning. You just gotta study everywhere you go. It's just no different of anything else. You just gotta study back up on the ones you go to, even though if you know it.
It's confusing as a commentator, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Phil Woody, superstar, says, how many mansions has Tim procured from his modest master referee salary? Is reffing worth it?
No. No.
Proving astrology. Not accusing anyone when watching matches. I didn't think you were accusing anyone proving astrology. My apologies. When watching matches, does he still blame other refs for calls that hurt whoever he's rooting for? When watching matches, does he still blame other refs?
Like if somebody missed a call, I mean, we're all human, right? And we all miss calls. I've missed 1,000 calls. It's part of being human. But no, I would never be mad. And I mean, even if a head ref and I was down ref, or if I was head ref and the down ref missed a call, we talk about the calls and see if the other person said anything. But I mean, I would never be mad at a fellow referee that I'm reffing with, or whatever the case was of missing a call or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's an interesting one. Would you have done the same as Scotty Wynn when John?
Probably.
There you go. What else have we got? We've got some good ones. Let's have a look. Fo the Win, he already answered that one. He likes the WAF. He likes the WAF setup. That's his one. Hey, what's going on? Arminian says, ready bang, Aussie. What's up, Timmy? It was great talking to you and Vrej, translating.
Oh, yes. That's David. Great guy.
Awesome.
He heals up from his injury soon and see him back on the table.
There you go. Joseph says, do you think there should be a technical foul when arm wrestlers are being disruptive or egregious to the refs during the setup?
I mean, it's one of those things where you got to take control of the match and not be afraid to give someone a warning. That's what they're for. And a lot of them, if you look an arm wrestler in the face, it doesn't matter who they are, and say that's one warning, a lot of times they'll stop. And you just got to not be afraid to give out that warning within the rules and take control of a match as a referee.
There you go. So speaking of both, I'll ask the same question, but both sides of the coin. Has there ever been like an event or a tournament or one particular match where you're just like, my reffing was fucking on point, like I was in the zone? And has there been one where you've just gone, I've lost control of this shit show?
I mean, I don't ever feel that I do lose the control of it.
Yeah.
But I do look back and say, I wish I would have do something different about that, about that certain match. But yeah, there's been a couple times, not that I think my refereeing was on point today. I don't really say that to myself, but if I
you say it to me all the time. Oh, does he ever get a few drinks into this man? He just comes up and he goes, Aussie, I'm the best. Nah.
But it is nice if a promoter comes up to you and goes, wow, that's pretty sharp today. Good job. I mean, that's what makes it there,
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Roy wants to go back to the Erdemes match, and he goes, was Erdemes about to pin Levan in round 3? And what do you think of the rule that stopped the match in round 3?
So if I remember right, the what stopped it was an elbow off the back by Levan. And I mean, it's an elbow foul, so it stops, and it wasn't in a losing position or anything like that. So do I think he was going to pin him? I mean, he was on the momentum of bringing it back, but I mean, we'll never know.
I mean, you never know, because Levan never really hit the B side.
I was just saying, I don't think it ever went past neutral, so it's hard to tell. I mean, he had the momentum, and obviously Levan felt something because I believe he made the elbow foul to stop the match and get a restart. But I mean, again, I don't think it ever hit neutral, so I don't know.
There you go. I've got a question for you, Timothy Tallmadge. If you could change one rule, what would it be? And if it's to improve the sport, if it's more comfortable for you as a ref, what's the one rule where you're just like, oh man, I've got to call it. I don't like it, but if we changed it, sport would be awesome.
Yeah, we've actually just talked about this, but one thing would be like if both competitors get up there and they both ready go and they both just do this and they go to the strap. I think
Oh,
I think everything after that should just go straight to a strap. If it's a new setup between like a super match, if they both just every match after that should just be in a strap because obviously they both wanted it for a reason. So that's what I would say. I mean, and no different, if they did it in a tournament and they both just, not even trying, it's to a strap, and then they go to the strap and someone gets an elbow foul, you have to restart or, whatever. It should just go straight to a strap.
yeah. And I'm doubling down on the easy slip, mate. Give them both a foul
Yeah.
for time wasting. There should be fouls for time wasting. Gaffer tape the athlete's mouth. I believe athletes have too much of a say at the table. It bothers me. It bothers me so much. And Roy says, what would you suggest to shorten dead time during matches? Because everyone knows that's my critical thing about making the sport
like
mainstream.
uh like what in between in between rounds or something.
Just the whole. So for me, like if an athlete slips, I wouldn't let him leave the table.
Yeah,
Like
I try not to. If you've noticed it more and more when we're doing events within the promoters' rules, I try to, if they slip or if we have to redo the strap, if I undo it, you guys stay here, stay down right here. We're going right back into it. I try to keep them there within the rules. A lot of these rules say a foul, you have 30 seconds. I give them that hard 30 and then right back to the table. But I'm in agreement with it. I think even with the foul, they should just have to stay right there at the table.
yeah, good man, good man. Yeah, I'm. Oh man, it grinds my gears. A 6.5 hour show can be done in like two.
Yeah.
It can be two. Yeah, crazy Uncle Jim. Time wasting definitely ruins it for people who don't watch or understand arm wrestling. My friends match and they always lose interest because of it. Proving astrology, being a superstar. So thank you again, Proving Astrology. You ridiculous human being. Says, how should Monster Michael Todd and Jerry have ended? This is a good question. At
Mm.
WAL 506, where they both came out of the strap and or they were just hanging on and you know the match.
I mean, I'm not there, so I can only speak off of the watching it, and I'm not live, so it's completely different. What we see on a camera is way different when you see it as a head ref or a down ref. So, going off of my opinion on what I saw on television, malfunction in the strap restart the match. But that's me watching the TV.
So then to follow up from this one, you're saying do the strap restart.
Mm-hmm.
Michael refuses to come back to the table because obviously he's the champion. He feels that he's won. He got the
Mm-hmm.
fouls. What happens then? Like, are you
I mean, that's
punishing my? This is all hypothetically. This isn't a.
yeah,
You know, we both get along. Great friends with Monster Michael Todd. I'm playing hypothetical.
yeah. I mean, hypothetically, I mean, really, it's on to the promoter at that point to you leave it. What do you want to do? This is your show. You made the call. I made my call. I stand by my call as a referee. What is your call? That's where I would go with that, and whatever the promoter would choose to do after that.
There you go. You've heard it from the man himself, Tim Tallmadge. Great question. That one there from Proving Astrology. Thank you very much. What else have we got? Lagia says it should be illegal for athletes to leave the table after every setup, foul, or false start. Lagia, we're on the same page with that one. Dan Plexman's up and about. He says, I agree, Aussie. I think there should be a zone or an area the pullers should stay close to the table. Absolutely, Dan, you superstar.
Yeah,
Quick
we try
question.
to we try to do that. I mean, we do our best to keep them, inside the cameras and don't wander off. And John Brzezinski's famous for it. He'll just go in the back room and forget that where he's even at, and he's supposed to be sitting down in a chair, but it's just second nature. But
David Duddick went to the toilet and
yeah, I
he's
mean,
first king of the table. He buggered
yeah,
off.
yeah. So I mean, we try as best as we can, but at the end of the day, you can't force anybody. I mean, unless you just sit there and start throwing out fouls or warnings or whatever. And again, that's up to the promoter.
There you go. Hearing it from the man in the zebras. If you don't know, Arm Sports Entertainment, go check out their YouTube channel. Go check out their Instagram and everything like that. I don't think you understand how amazing Tim Tallmadge treats his athletes, the people that help him. Yeah, I've experienced Arizona State last year. One of, if not my favorite trip. And Tim, I'm glad you're going to be rewarded with Knuckles Up because you'll get the treatment that you deserve.
That'd be awesome.
So it's going to be great. Right, we'll go for a few. Whoa, Lewis comes in. Whack. Thank you very much, Lewis. You dead set legend.
Kung Fu Lou.
Is that what you call him?
That's his new nickname. Kung Fu Lou.
Kung Fu Lou. Ah, yeah. Yes, that's your name from now on. Yes, because he does do the Kung Fu to the
Kung Fu Lou.
Yeah, like that. I just did a bloody lat doing that. He goes, everyone needs a Lewis. Absolutely love the both of you. You can tell by the reaction, mate. The feeling is reciprocated. That is for sure.
100%.
Yeah, big fan. He's been pulling at did he recently pull at Montana? They had the draft or something?
Yeah, he pulled up there. He pulled Chuck Young in a super match, which I ended up, now I have a super match with Chuck Young September 7th. And then,
So wait, did Lewis win?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're a vulture just picking on because you flog Lewis. So this isn't even a match. I don't even know why. So why I pinched my nose because you're saying September 7th. Where are you pulling September 7th?
I am pulling in Colorado, at Colorado State.
So Colorado State is September 7th. Kentucky have something September 7th. Mm-hmm. Magda and Global have something September 7th.
The TAL.
Sorry?
The TAL has something. The Texas Armwrestling. Florida has a big 10,000 super match thingy or whatever, round robin. And then there's another one somewhere. There's like 6 major events that day.
Bloody hell. Yeah. And then hopefully everyone comes to Knuckles Up afterwards for a big party.
That's right.
That would be sweet because I know you're coming, so I'm very excited. Very excited about that. But thank you very much, Lewis. We'll go through some. You're a superstar, mate. Thank you very much for the huge super chat. All right, we'll go through some more questions. Ask the ref anything. According to you, how far is arm wrestling from being mainstream?
Not far. It's not far away. I think it's closer than what people think. I think there's a lot of things on the backside that people are not seeing right now that later this year they're going to see. And it's a lot closer worldwide than people think.
Yeah, I am under the impression that we're all focusing the wrong way. And I just feel like Randy Orton out of nowhere, this little, I'm not sure where it's going to come from. Of course, I hope it's someone, with you or Knuckles Up or something like that, my friends. Because I think United States is the key for it to become mainstream. But yeah, I think because we're all looking over here And East versus West at King of the Table have been fantastic. Devon is the man, but then I feel something over here is just going to come in and everyone's going to go, whoa! And that's why we're in mainstream. Joe Nelson wants to know who threw up during a match.
You know what? I saw one not long. Sometime this year, someone threw up during a match, and I can't remember who it was. Did you?
I have.
Oh, yeah, you did.
At your event last year.
Yeah, I forgot who it is. There was a kid at Arizona State or whatever that did not feel well, pulled his match, went and threw up, and then pulled again. It was crazy.
I threw up twice at Arizona State.
Nothing on stage, luckily. Nothing on stage.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, yes, of course. Thank you very much, Phil Woody.
Thank you.
Just jumping it in there. Oh, Florida Arm Wrestling, not Challenger Series.
Yeah, the Challenger Series is going to be in November. But
they have an East versus West in November.
Yeah, November 2nd, and then I think the following weekend's the Challenger Series.
November. Oh, okay. Interesting. Happy birthday. It's also my brother's birthday. My oldest brother, he's turning 50 on September 7th.
Oh, your younger brother.
Oh, referee's got jokes. All righty. Let me just scroll through, you cheeky son of a bitch. Love it. Tim, have you ever seen someone pass out?
Yeah, Vitaly.
Yeah, he almost collapsed on me. He couldn't do a post-game interview. Yeah, and he was lying down and needed an ambulance. There you go.
And actually, Bob Brown almost passed out. We caught him falling over one time at 2018 Nationals. He was straining so hard during the match, and after he won, he breathed and fell completely back, and we caught him and had to carry him off stage.
There you go. Yeah. All righty. Phil Woody, Tim, chances of arm wrestling in the Olympics within the next 10 years?
Why not? The right people talk to the right people. It can happen.
After Australia just kind of shit on niche sports being in the Olympics. We haven't really helped arm wrestling's cause with ray gun, so
that's got to be part of the caption game soon.
Oh, mate, I've spent days just in the comment section reading everything about. Oh my God, I've never laughed so much in my life. Lewis is in there and he goes, "What are the rules in a ref's grip with what's legal in how to maintain height and what hand positions?"
I mean, it's the webbing. You have to make sure the webbing's equal. And so if you're trying to do one of these, you can have your hand raised, but then to meet the webbing, your elbow's going to have to come down to meet the webbing. You can't start like this and have the other person down like this. You have to come down to them and meet the webbing straight.
There you go, Lewis. Heard it from the man himself. Referee's grip, both pullers go early. Is it a double warning or incidental warning, meaning no one gets the warning?
So it's a tricky one, right? So if they both go, obviously someone still went first. And it's all about your feel. And if you can't feel which one went first, it's coincidental, no foul.
There you go. I'm just typing it in there while you're answering that. About 5 or so minutes left, legends. So if you've got any more questions, this has gone way better than what I thought. This Ask a Ref Anything, and I absolutely love it. And we'll definitely have a part 2 with Tim. Because what had happened, guys, I asked Bill, I asked Saristo, I asked Judy, I asked Olegs, I asked Kevin Wolf, I asked the people that ref down at my club, and they were all busy, so I had to ask Tim. So we'll get...
You get what you get.
No, just having a laugh. Guys, if you want to know everything that's happening in the world of female arm wrestling, check out the Lucky Ones podcast, because if you're on Facebook, it's fucking all kicking off at the moment between a few of the women there. So, and I'm sure, I'm not sure. I am sure that Lucky is all over it. So go check them out. In all fairness, the girl Ray Gunn beat to get into the Olympics wasn't much better. She's just the best Australia has for women's breakdancing, apparently.
Hey, get it when you can get it.
Well, I think the thing that baffles me more is Ray Gunn has a PhD in breakdancing.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay, that'll get us into the Olympics, in the enhanced Olympics, that's for sure. Okay, mate, that's a huge reason why it's not in the Olympics. If you just type in the top 10 arm wrestlers and they're all geared out and, you know, they've got muscles in their earlobes, it's a picture that the Olympics are trying to avoid. Dan Plexman with a 279 super chat says, Tim, who's your first choice for best coach award?
Corey Miller.
There you go.
Easy.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll explain why for those that don't know Corey. Or
I mean, he's pound for pound best in North America for years at his weight, and giant killer in North America for years, known to take down the big guys. And his training and the way he explains things and teaches people. I mean, you could write him on Facebook right now, and he would be more than happy to tell you everything he knows and explain it to you. And that's just who he is. He's been a great coach for a lot of people for 25 plus years.
Yeah, I had a good chat with him at Arizona State. The man knows his stuff.
Yeah,
that's for sure. That's what, and he's the creator of
Aries.
That system that's just taking off. All right, a couple more questions and then we'll wrap up. Tim, what is the difference between reffing international pullers abroad and pullers in the US?
I mean, just depends on the level, I guess, but so, I don't know. A lot of the international pullers are actually a lot more calmer at the table and easier to set up. You know, they want to arm wrestle. They're easier to set up than North American arm wrestlers sometimes. So I would just say that for kicking off of a match and getting it going, sometimes it's easier than doing it around here in North America.
There you go. Dan Plexman appreciates your answer, as do I. All righty. Tim, do you think Craig Tullier can move up the ranks and dethrone Smushia?
Never say never, right? I mean, he's
got a half match September 14th.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's making the right steps. I mean, he's, getting older, but I mean, it's a proven fact. A lot of these guys get older, get stronger. So, I mean, it can happen easily.
There you go. Crazy Uncle Jim goes, Jake, when are you coming to Arizona State again? Missed you the last time.
That's what I'm saying.
I was absolutely devastated. Wasn't completely thrilled with my decision. I thought it was best for my career. And I had to miss Arizona State. And once again, could not thank Tim enough for how legendary he was during that situation. I'll tell you exactly what happened, Crazy Uncle Jim. I didn't think I was going king of the table. Tim, well in advance, booked me for Arizona State. Said, absolutely, Tim. Yep. Then I can't remember how. It might have been a month before, Tim. I can't remember. King of the table went, what are you doing? You're supposed to be here. Or it might have been when I was at the last king of the table. And I said, well, what's going on with June? I need to know. And they said, yep, you can come. And then I had to ring Tim, I believe a messenger. I can't remember. I was like, oh, man, I think I have to do king of the table. Explain to him. And Tim Said, not a problem. We'll get you at the next one. Still love you and things like that. And I could have cried about how awesome he was at it. Joey Justafello says, has Tim read a copy of my book, The Art of the Fair?
I have not. No.
Send
it over. I'll read it.
And maybe we could have a get to know your ref series. This is cool. But yeah, why not? Why not? It's been a bit of fun. But the good thing is, and I've always promised Tim this, if I can sell, because I'm going to put them on the website. I've cracked the shits now. But if I can sell my second set, because I've got, I don't know, about 100 packets to go. But if I can sell my Series 2 cards, trading cards, Tim Tallmadge will be the first referee if we can get a Series 3 going. Because what had happened was, I might have been told you can't sell them. And I'm like, I can sell them. So my cards are the best. I love my cards. Look at that. You get Marcio. If you're at Knuckles Up, you can buy a packet and get Marcio to sign it, as well as the trophy. You want the trophy. You want a bit of Giannis action. But, of course, everyone wants the old double card. Aussie arm wrestler and Uncle John. Mate.
How much for a pack?
Haven't decided on that yet. We're going to load them up to the website. I might go $20 a pack because you got a chance to win rare cards as well.
There you go.
We got foils and autographs and things like that.
You let me know. We'll push them. We'll get them sold.
Well, I might. I'm going to bring a whole heap to Knuckles Up.
Easy.
And then if they sit on your table at Washington State,
they'll all be sold by this year.
Yeah, so then we can get there. And I've got a couple of packets of... so Series 2 aren't in packets yet. Series 1, we've still got a few of those left. What was I going to say? Tim, what reffing duties have you got planned for the rest of the year?
Reffing duties the rest of the year.
Knuckles Up?
No, I'm just coming to hang out at Knuckles Up.
Are you reffing?
Nope. Nope. I'm coming to be Mario's corner guy and a couple other guys, and then just hanging out and doing some networking.
There you go. Even better. Better. Well, I love it when you ref, but then for once you might just be able to enjoy yourself in the crowd before and after Mario's match. Okay, not there.
I'm gonna hop on the live commentary probably for a minute and do some other things, but yeah, it'll be fun. September 7th, Corey Miller's Colorado State, which is now a Arnold's qualifier. Yes. We got September 28th is the Jim Coyle Classic. Be heading out there. October Olympia in Vegas. November 2nd, the finals, and then Washington State in December.
There you go. Hopefully we can get you to Australia, and hopefully I can get to Vegas.
Yes.
We should do a talent exchange. That'd be good. Thank you very much, Proven Astrology. He's gone nuts today, and it's greatly appreciated. He says, what's your advice for refined amateur pullers who find themselves in dangerous positions in competition?
Practice with the right people. Those guys that are doing those things that are in a dangerous position are either not listening to the coach or they don't have a good enough coach to learn from. So you need to practice more and listen to the rules. And if you don't know them and you don't know what the positions are, ask all the questions before you compete to the referees before you go.
Beautiful. Bang. Love it. Great. Really good answers. That is great. All right, 2 more, and then we'll wrap up. First from Roy, quick prediction. Based on what you saw at East versus West, Levan or Jerry?
Can't answer that. I don't know if I'm the referee.
We'll just sit in silence until you answer. Fair enough. Thank you for answering the questions, Tim. Jake, I love this format. Great stuff. Thank you. Well, yeah, I literally
Thanks,
was sitting at the gym and I was just like, oh, I've got a bit of time today. I should do a show because Maximum Bang Monday, Uncle John's renovating and moving house and everything. And I was like, I want to do something. And I was like, let's get Tim on the show. Let's get Tim on the show. Everyone loves Tim. And of course, I said, hey, man, last minute, are you free in a couple of hours? And yeah, I've absolutely loved it. So thank you, Roy, for always tuning in. Jason Merlot, who will be competing, he's taking on a Netflix star at Knuckles Art, the fine wine. Jason Merlot says, Tim, maybe answer this question late to the show. Good question. What are you more passionate about? Being an arm wrestler or being a ref?
That's a great, hard question.
It is, because you, not going to say where and when, but you've been a bit annoyed when you haven't been booked. As have I. I'm like, why wasn't I booked as a commentary? Because my answer is commentator. I'm more passionate about commentating than competing. So, Jason Merlot, great question.
I mean, I'm very passionate about my reffing and what I do and what I'm able to bring promotions. But lately, it's been my arm wrestling. I've been making a comeback. I've been making noise. I've went undefeated the last 2 weekends in a row. I went to East versus West and swept a 230 class with 2 number 1 guys in it. So I think I've proven myself, and I think some people need to be calling.
Wow. Who was in the class at East versus West?
Alex Toproll, Schoolboy's brother.
Yep.
Dan Worley, David Hobbs.
And you beat all them.
The Caleb Ricks, the number 1 guy in Texas.
So Tim Tallmadge is now the number 1 guy in Texas.
That's right. No, I mean I'm ready, and I'm walking around about 219 right now. Easy to get down to 209 or pull 220. Let me know. I'm ready.
Wow. All right. 1 more minute, guys. Let's find Tim Tallmadge a cracking opponent for later on in the year. Give us your best at 230. So what's that? 105?
220 or 210, either one of those.
So 220 is 100 kilos?
95 or 100, in between there.
Well, there's some good matches coming up. Did you ever group up with James Wall?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. James Clark says him. We got.
Yeah. James was in. James was. He was out in and East versus West, but he's dealing with the wrist injury. But yeah, I'll pull James anytime. 220.
There you go. I don't think Chance Shawking, because he was a bit heavier at East versus West. Well, what were your thoughts on the whole wrestling and everything during Devon and Chance?
No comment.
Okay, fair enough. Brent Rakers?
Love to.
Jacob Abbott?
It's been a long time. We've had a long rivalry. I think I got the last couple wins on him, but anytime.
Randy Sparling?
No idea who it is.
Okay, that'd be someone from Joe's Canadian camp for sure.
Yeah.
David from the Vrej camp?
We pulled David. I believe we pulled in Yuma. He won 3-1. I took the match the week of. But yeah. Jason set it up. Tell your boys I'll be at Knuckles Up. Let's go. I'm ready. I told them I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Maybe you could be in the secret match.
Let's go. I'm ready.
So Knuckles Up, what they do is we all vote on a secret match.
I'll be there ready to go.
For members. Okay. Oh, there you go. Number 1 left Canadian dude.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who.
Randy Sparling. That is awesome. Guys, can we all, well, you already have, but can we please thank again my man and my good friend, Tim Tallmadge, whose son, Jonah, had a birthday last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's about 55 now. When I rang you and he answered the phone. Oh, yeah, thanks, mate.
Hey, how's it going? Where's my son at?
Yeah, thanks, mate. It is brilliant. But can we all please thank the man, Tim Tallmadge, and we'll definitely do this reffing show again.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it. Anytime you want me on, you know I'm here for you.
It's brilliant. All righty, I'll press the button.